Hello, friends. This is Jim with Science Talk. A short little video here, which I wish to share with you. Uh, some news about dinosaur nesting behavior. And this one deals with how could a large 3,000 pound, 1.5 ton organism incubate its eggs without crushing them? Well, if your first thought is carefully, okay, that's a good start. But as it turns out, there's an interesting strategy that tends to be employed by the organisms. Now, the organism I'm going to discuss with specifically are a group called the Oviraptorosaurs. And ovi refers to egg. And so these are like raptor type dinosaurs that eggs and so on. And of course, most dinosaurs laid eggs, but this is where we have direct fossilized evidence of what's going on. And basically, the adaptation that they did is depending on the animal, the size of the animal. The larger the animal was, the bigger the nests were. In other words, they would lay their eggs on the periphery of the nest, leaving the middle open ground. And that's where they would lie down in. So in other words, the bulk of their weight was on the ground, not on the eggs, thereby minimizing the risk of crushing them. Now, the smaller the animal, well, then the eggs were closer together, and to some point, sometimes there was no what is called a donut hole, the term that paleontologists use, or a very small one, because the animal's lightweight and could just sit on the eggs without damaging them. So Dr. Darla Zelenitsky, who is an assistant professor of paleontology at the University of Calgary in Alberta, basically said, Oviraptorosaurs appear to have adapted to being able to sit on their clutches even at giant body size, utilizing the mechanism I just described for you. So I have some illustrations here. And if you look at this top organism here, and by the way, an Oviraptorosaurus were kind of interesting creatures. They kind of had like a beak like for a mouth on his face without any teeth. Some had crests like a cassowary, and and of course, they had some evidence they had plumage, not plumage, that's mammals, feathers, and so forth. So if you look at this diagram, this illustration here, you can see how the egg, represented in blue, are much closer to the center. It's a smaller organism and can safely lie directly on top. Look at this, and you can see the crest here as well, right? A little bit of a crest there. If you look at this illustration, you can see a space here. The wing covers this up here, and a space here. So obviously, this whole area would be a space. It could put its body down right there in the space, and still have enough of the body to droop over and incubate the eggs. So what's interesting is that no birds alive today practice this method. Now, birds come from theropod dinosaurs, and my next video I'm going to discuss that. And of course, we now know that all modern birds sit on their eggs. And by the way, the largest modern bird is the ostrich, and ostriches do not weigh anywhere near as heavy as some of these guys did. So that does not present a problem for the ostrich. So here is a photo. This is an actual photo of an actual fossilized nesting site. This space here is approximately, well, the diameter of the nest approximately is 60 centimeters. So we have a space here that, maybe these are like 20 centimeter long eggs or what have you. But there's a space here for the animal to slightly rest, so it's obviously not as large as some other ones. And by the way, scientists have taken some of the eggs here and they've actually done CT scans on it, and the CT scans reveal the fossilized embryos. That's pretty cool. And with the fossilized embryos, you can construct a full skeletal arrangement. You can also start ascertaining, getting some hints as to growth rates and other skeletal developments. That's pretty wild. This photo is of a nest that's 3.3 meters across. This would have been a very large animal sitting right here in the middle with some of the peripheral parts of the body or the peripheral parts of the torso resting on the eggs without crushing them. Now, I could see an organism like this not sitting on the eggs in one spot. I can see it, like incubating, say, these bunch of eggs for a bit. It gets up, relocates itself, settles back down to say to incubate this bunch of eggs. Gets up, sets itself back down, and incubates this bunch of eggs, etc. In other words, I can see it going around in a circle and incubating each group of eggs in turn. Excuse me, fighting a bit of a cold here. So, there's some interesting things from the world of paleontology, and kind of wanted to share that with you. And as I said, my next video, I'll be talking about why birds really are dinosaurs, and dinosaurs never went completely extinct. So until next time. Hey folks, just a reminder to please subscribe and click the bell so you know when I drop a video. Please share my videos, please tell others of my channel and of the work that I do. I also hope that you will consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/Science Talk with Jim Massa, where from time to time I upload videos there exclusively for my patron subscribers. Details in the description box below. Thanks.